Guys, some more good information about ozone depletion. So as we talk about that, ozone is nothing but O3, a gas composed of three atoms of oxygen. That what we know about that, and bluish gas that is harmful to breathe. So this gas is very dangerous to breathe. So we have to be more careful. Nearly 90% of Earth ozone is in the stratosphere and referred to as the ozone layer. So 90% of our Earth zone is in the stratosphere and which is referred to as ozone layer. So ozone absorbs the band of ultraviolet radiation called UVB. So ultraviolet band, we call it as what it absorbs that. And coming to this, how it is going to be formation of this ozone layer. If you see this, when the oxygen molecule which is already available in the earth in the atmosphere, so oxygen molecule plus sunlight equal to atomic oxygens O plus O. When atomic oxygens below that, O plus O2 equal to O3 is nothing but chemically it forms when ultraviolet hits on stratosphere. So chemically definition of this is nothing but when ultraviolet radiation hits onto the stratosphere, automatically oxygen molecules dissociate into oxygen atomic or atomic oxygen, nothing but O2 equal to O plus O. But this atomic oxygen quickly combines with other O2 molecules to form O3. That is the specialty which is having the ozone layer. When the ultraviolet radiation hits the stratosphere, the oxygen molecules will be separated in the form of atomic oxygen. Nothing but the atomic oxygen is nothing but O plus O. And very immediately this ozone layer having a specific character that automatically this atomic oxygen mix up with the other oxygen molecules so that to form a ozone layer. That is the specialty, that is the beauty of this is nothing but the ozone layer. And coming to this ozone depletion is nothing but it is simply a wearing out or reduction of the amount of ozone in the stratosphere. So reducing of the amount of ozone in the stratosphere. Unlike pollution, which has many types and causes, ozone depletion has been pinned down to one major human activity. So main depletion of the ozone is nothing but it was done by the human activity. How are man-made activities? So what is this man-made activities? So industries that manufacture things like insulating foams, solvents, soap, cooling things like air conditioner, refrigerators and takeaway containers use something called chlorofluorocarbons. So these are the man-made, these are the things which are made by the industries. By this going to the oxygen layer will go into depletion. And this depletion begins where this depletion begins of this ozone layer. Depletion begins that when chlorofluorocarbons get into the stratosphere, ultraviolet radiation from the sun break up these chlorofluorocarbons. So these air conditioners, solvents, foams, all these objects which are making by the manufacturing industries, and this will release the chlorofluorocarbons. When it emits into the atmosphere, these fluorocarbons, when the sunlight directly hits to the stratosphere or the sunlight directly radiate to these chlorofluorocarbons break up, and this breakup action releases chlorine atoms more. So when this sunlight or ultraviolet radiation which are coming and which are hitting to chlorofluorocarbons, automatically this chlorine content will breaking up these chlorofluorocarbons and forming of these chlorine atoms. And when the chlorine atom react with ozone, which is already their ozone layer, when this chlorine atom reacts with ozone and is starting a chemical cycle that destroyed the good ozone in that area. Understood? So when these chlorofluorocarbons emits, or when the sun ultraviolet radiation emits the chlorofluorocarbons which is there in the atmosphere, so it immediately it will be break up the things and it will form the chlorine atoms. And these chlorine atoms, when it reacts with the ozone, and it will the good ozone layer or good zone of that ozone will be destroyed by that ozone or by that chlorine atom. And one chlorine atom can break up apart more than 1 lakh ozon molecules. So that is the main reason of using this manufacturing air conditioners or air conditioners or refrigerators, so which are releasing these chlorofluorocarbons. These are very dangerous. I mean, coming to this causes of ozone depletion, we are having two categories. One is man-made causes and natural causes. One is that what we discussed: chlorofluorocarbons, halons, methyl chloroform, hydrofluorocarbons. All these things are man-made activities which are manufacturing in the manufacturing industries. After that, it will releases this all these chemical actions, which will be diluted when this ultraviolet radiation falls onto these chlorofluorocarbons or halogens or dash 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 etc. This will be turned up into the chlorine atoms more, and this chlorine atom is very mixed up with the ozone layer, and it will destroy the good ozone layer. So that is the main drawback of these things. Coming to this natural cause, which is nothing but volcano eruptions. This also created the number of eruptive gases, so that it will mix up with the ozone, then it also damages the ozone layer. Coming to the impacts, first thing, it will be impact to the human health. So harm to human health: more skin cancer, sunburns, and premature aging of the skin. So main danger is that more blindness or more diseases on eye, and more skin cancers or skin problems will be arises when it directly impacts onto the human body. So if the ultraviolet radiation directly falls onto the human people, then it will be damaged, and then it will get the skin diseases or skin cancer, or otherwise blindness and other eye diseases. Coming to this adverse impact on agriculture, if you see this, plant growth, especially in seedlings, is harmed by more intense ultraviolet radiation. So reduction of growth, photosynthesis, ultra flowering, all these things will be damaged by this if it is directly impacting on the agriculture. Third one, effects on plants. Physiological and development process of plants are affected by ultraviolet band radiation. So physiological development process, the trees, the leaves, the plants which are developing physiologically, it will be damaged when the ultraviolet radiation directly falls onto the plants. So it will be more damage. Coming to this effect on animals, in the domestic animals, same the thing what will happen to the human being, the same problem will arise, the same disease will arise to the animals also, skin cancer, eye cancer, dash dash dash. And moreover, it will be more damage to the aquatic animals, which may damage the entire marine animals directly, and which is living in the Antarctica region. The increase ultraviolet radiation on Antarctica zone whole. So we have most of the researchers and most of the recent years, and in the Antarctica region, the ice cubes are slowly going on melting because of this ozone hole. Coming to this effect on materials, so wood, plastic, rubber, fabrics, and many construction materials are degraded by ultraviolet radiation. If you see, in the summer the roads are damaging, in summer the woods are extending or damaging, so degrading the materials because of this ultraviolet radiation directly presenting on the materials. So these are the very more problems. Coming to these measures, what are the measures we have to take? So first, use eco-friendly household cleaning products. So that is the main important thing. We have to use eco-friendly household cleaning for cleaning of the products, cleaning of the houses. We should use all eco-friendly agents. Coming to this, avoids pesticides. That's also very dangerous, and banning the use of nitrous oxide, which is nothing but dangerous. So nitrous oxide is nothing but dangerous, and most over we have to ban this nitrous oxide. Thank you.